Hello, Representative Bergman. My name is Bill DePaus. I'm from Houghton, and I think you ought to come around here once in a while and talk to us face to face.
As the saying goes, now is the time for all good folks to come to the aid of their country. And sir, they're here.
My name's Elizabeth Whalen. I live in Calumet, Michigan. I am a constituent, and it is an insult that I have to tell you nobody paid me to be here.
My name is Ruth. I live in Adams Township. No one's paying me to talk. I've taken the oath of the office 3 times: when I joined the U.S. Air Force, when I was a census taker for Department of Commerce, and when I retired from the U.S. Forest Service.
My name is Alan Salmi. I'm the son of Wimpy, who is a gas man here in Houghton and Hancock, brother of Kathy, who spent 30 years counseling people, your constituents up here in Houghton and Hancock.
Congressman Bergman, my name is Frank Fiala, and I live in Hancock, Michigan. I am a retired federal employee of the National Park Service with 29 years of service. I am also a veteran of the United States Air Force, serving 4 years active duty and 7 years of additional service in the Alaska and Wyoming Air National Guard.
Hello, hello. I'm looking at a picture of you here. I'm not looking at you physically here. But my name's Brendan Letty, and I am living in Houghton, and I'm not being paid to give this.
I'm Alex Caldwell, and I'm currently at Michigan Tech, but I'm from Super St. Mary, which is still in New York.
Hey, Jack. Bill Fink here. I'm a retired National Park Ranger, and I like history. That's why I have my little copy of the Constitution that I'd very much like you to pay attention to, buddy.
You swore to defend the Constitution against all enemies, both foreign and domestic.
President Trump has sent American citizens to a prison in a foreign country without any due process, openly ignored court orders, and incited a deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol. What act does he need to commit that would be so egregious that you would no longer support this president and start upholding your oath you made as a Marine and as a U.S. Congressman to our Constitution?
Trump and Elon's war on the poor, their crusade against Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, SNAP, WIC, and the Bureau of Indian Affairs, all of which fund critical services in our community, is a massive screw you to our congressional district and to rural America. You send the clear message that you do not want to hear from us or represent us. If you don't want to represent us, sir, then why don't you resign?
I strongly oppose this insane, indiscriminate, and arbitrary elimination of all federal jobs, all programs and contracts occurring within our government.
I'm speaking to you, Mr. Bergman, from the position of being a mother of a federal worker. Now, I put that young man through college, and I paid on my nurse's salary those student loans that put him through school. So I'm not a wealthy person, and he has a good job working for the national park, and we are very proud of him. And he is proud of his position. He loves to go to work. What a blessing that is for anybody, to love to get up in the morning and go to work. He has a wonderful family in this little community, and he would love to stay here. But I wake up every morning, and I'm sure he and his wife do also, with the idea that, do I have a job today? The angst that we feel is cruel. It's cruel.
Sharing the words of my friend Susan, whose daughter participated in the Special Olympics. But behind every medal and every moment of triumph is a fight, one that most people never see and one that doesn't end when the cameras are put down. That's why it's impossible for me to stay silent as I watched Yusha Vance smiling at the Special Olympics World Winter Games, shaking my daughter's hands, basking in the glow of an event built on the very programs that her husband's administration and political allies are dismantling. Medicaid, which provides the therapies and medical support that many Special Olympians rely on, including our daughters, is constantly on the chopping block. As if that weren't enough, federal funding for research into rare diseases like our daughters' DDX3X syndrome has also been slashed. Special Olympic competitions are more than just an event. It's the culmination of society that values and invests in disabled people. You cannot celebrate the outcomes while actively sabotaging the foundation.
I'm very concerned because the money that we put in to children and to children's services pays back. It pays back so much for every dollar that you put into Head Start or into SNAP. You get $1.50 return in economic activity.
I'm going to be 70. I've taken a second part-time job, despite the fact that I'm not supposed to be working at all, because I'm afraid my Social Security is going to go away. I'm tired. I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of waking up every day and seeing one more crazy ass thing that's happened that I never thought would happen in this country. Seriously, you need to come talk to people. And if you can't, you really do need to resign. So I would really love to hear from you personally, but if you can't do that, could you at least answer your phone?
I also wish you could be here to show up to talk to the local farmers, the families of our local school children, elders, and homebound folks in our communities who are harmed by the freezing of the local food purchasing programs under this administration. By not standing up for this funding that is so important here in the Western UP, you are responsible for the loss of income our farmers depend upon, for the loss of made from scratch, delicious foods with local purchased vegetables that our elders and homebound have come to love from our Meals on Wheels program. And you are responsible for the replacement of fresh local vegetables in our children's lunches with canned and frozen foods from Cisco. Your lack of leadership is hurting Michigan Tech students. It's hurting K through 12 kids in our public schools. It's hurting our elders, our homebound. Your failures to stand up for your constituents are an embarrassment to you and to the office you hold. We all deserve so much better. We're here tonight demanding better. We're noting your failures here, and we promise you that we'll remember them on Election Day.